What is going on, guys? My name is Chris and welcome back to Houseplant Therapy. If you can't tell, we absolutely love houseplants and fish tanks and just nature in itself. Today's video is actually on taking care of the neon pothos. So we have a bunch of different types of pothos plants in the house and I absolutely love them. I'm sort of turning into a diva. We actually also have a Facebook group completely devoted to pothos. You should join it. It is Pothos Plant Keepers. It's an awesome group that's growing. So, neon pothos plants. This is absolutely my favorite pothos of them all. Look at this atrocity over here. Isn't this insane? This is a 125-gallon aquarium. And what we've done is we've added multiple different types of pothos to the aquarium. This is 6 feet long, guys. It's absolutely crazy. Look at the roots. So if you're looking for help on how to add pothos to aquariums, I also have a video on that as well. But let's get to the nitty-gritty of this video. So I want to break this up so it's super simple and give you just like the easy like bro science guide that's just really simple. I also have more in-depth videos on pothos, but this is gonna be really simple. Okay, step number 1, the pothos plant wants and desires more light than what it is advertised as. We've been running an experiment. This is a medium to high lighting setup over here. This is an LED shop light and just over the fish tank, and you can tell the pothos absolutely love it. Versus these cheap Amazon grow lights. These are green pothos, and these things haven't grown in like 6 months, literally, guys. Here, let me step back. If you're thinking about buying these, they don't work worth a dang. So this just shows you pothos plants absolutely love lighting. You can tell these like the light. Just do a small little test and the pothos will tell you. They will grow like 7 times faster with light than if you don't give them enough light. So if you're new to keeping these like medium indirect light, I would say anywhere between 5 to 8 hours a day. So find a window, whichever window you think is best. These plants aren't picky, if I'm being completely honest. The second factor that's huge when it comes to taking care of neon pothos plants is watering schedule. Mastering houseplants, like 90% of mastering keeping all of them, is figuring out how these plants want to be watered. The neon pothos, this plant likes to be watered on average like once every 2 weeks, and variables are gonna change that. Don't take that as like the solid advice. What you wanna do is this plant here, let me sit down on the tripod. Pothos plants like to be thoroughly watered, but then completely dry out. This is a plant that's used to drought seasons. So what you want to do is thoroughly, completely water this thing. Like, don't be afraid to give it water when it comes to watering time. But let it dry out till its next watering. A lot of new plant keepers water their houseplants like once every couple days, and most houseplants absolutely hate that. What they want to do is a thorough watering, and then they want to completely dry out in between watering. So on average, I would start by watering this plant like once a week, or maybe even once every 2 weeks. The third important variable when it comes to pothos plants is the pot size. Let me show you this. So a lot of new plant keepers that, they bring home their plant and it comes in a nursery pot, they're plastic, they kind of look ugly. A lot of women especially are like, hey man, I want to put this in a fancy pot. And what they do is they put it in a bigger pot, and that's a issue because pothos plants love to be root bound. And what I mean by that is the plants love to be super crowded, and they actually grow way better like that. And you will know when you have to repot your plant, because when you look at the bottom of the pot, the roots will be coming out the bottom. If they're not coming out of the bottom, don't repot it. And when it comes time to repot your neon pothos, only pot up 1 to 2 inches in size of pot size. Hopefully that makes sense. Because what happens here, guys, is if we give too large of a pot size to the plant, the water sits inside the dirt because it doesn't thoroughly drain, and then it starts to rot, which is the death of 90% of houseplants in the world. We don't want that. Overwatering is huge, 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 huge. If you think you're overwatering, what you can do is put your plant in the sun, let it dry out, or not in the sun, but a bright indirect lighting, like on a windowsill or something. So, and when it comes to figuring out when your plant wants water, get used to learning this, because this is a huge deal. Put your finger like 1 to 2 inches in the soil. If you don't feel any moisture, chances are you probably could water it, but The plant will also mildly start to tell you, are the leaves shrinking? Are they wrinkling? Are they just kind of like drooping? Just figure out a routine that works well for the plant. It will speak to you and you will start to learn what the plant demands. So the last important variable, this is number 4, and hopefully this isn't like too thorough. I'm not trying to bore you guys. The soil type is a big deal. A lot of people screw this up. Get yourself a soil mix that drains properly. You can see there's like pieces of wood in here and a lot of perlite. Perlite is the white stuff. And what happens is, like if you just put this plant in straight potting soil, it's really heavy and dense and it just holds water too much. This plant likes drainage. Like most houseplants actually do not like straight potting soil. They like a mixture of perlite. You could even do like a 50-50 on potting soil and perlite just to keep it simple. These plants do not want to be suffocated in the soil. Well guys, I tried to make that as simple as possible. If I'm being honest, 90% of taking care of the neon pothos is mastering watering and making sure that the plant is getting adequate amounts of lighting. If you can master those 2 things, I can promise you your neon pothos is going to grow like crazy, because this is a super easy houseplant to take care of. I absolutely love this plant. It's my favorite pothos. Just these vibrant neon green leaves. I mean, look at this luscious jungle. Like, what is there not to love? That is what I dream about. All right, guys, I'm getting a little weird. Please subscribe to the channel. I promise I don't get this weird in all my videos. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you're thinking. Give this video a like. I love hearing from you guys. That's why I do these corny videos. So, all right,